Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new season of my Positively podcast. I can't believe it's 2023, everybody. Wow. But we have some amazing things happening at Positively this year. More on that later. But the first of those incredible things is, yes, it's nearly time for the Dog Behavior Conference. And for those of you who've attended before, we have an amazing lineup of speakers you don't want to miss. And for those of you who haven't, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. You can go online at dogbehaviorconference.com to register and to find out more information. But let me tell you a little bit about some of the people who are going to be speaking there and also some of my guests. I'm going to be having guests come from all over the country, all over the world actually. Some of those are celebrities and some of those are dog trainers and veterinary behaviorists and veterinarians. So you're going to get loads of great information. But I wanted to start off talking about the conference because it really is, it's my favorite 3 days out of the year. And why? Well, following 6 sold out years of in-person conferences that we held throughout the UK, when the pandemic came, we were about to have our 7th annual Dog Behavior Conference, and of course we had to cancel it. But then we thought we didn't want to let people down, so we shifted it to an online conference, and it was incredibly successful. And it meant that not only people that were in the UK or who could get to the UK could attend this incredible conference, but everybody, regardless of where they were in the world, could attend. So that's why we are now in our 10th year. And we have the most fabulous speakers. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them. First of all, there's me. I'm going to be talking about the overwhelmed dog, helping dogs cope with a confusing world. Because it's hard enough for us to navigate this world, it's doubly difficult for our dogs. So I'm going to give you practical ways which you can use to help them cope. Then we have the wonderful Arit Bloom, back by popular demand, and she's going to be talking about dealing with over-the-top behavior, a practical toolkit addressing hyperactivity to aggression. Now, if you've heard her speak before, you know that she also gives amazing practical tips. So, and that's practical tips is what you need, dealing with reactive behavior, dealing with aggressive behavior. And if you're an animal care professional or you're a dog lover, you don't want to miss this. And then we have the wonderful Maya Huff Owen. She works with us here at Positively, as well as doing a whole host of other things. And she's going to be talking about after the click, completing the training picture. What happens after you teach your dog to do something? And then we have Sarah Fisher. Now, those of you who've attended this wonderful conference before, you've heard her speak. Each time your mind is blown, well, she's coming back again. And she's going to be talking about patterns, habits, and familiarity, especially with nervous, anxious dogs. And then, yes, one of our favorites as well, Andrew Hale. He's going to be talking about emotional safety for us and our dogs, exploring the notion of safety for professionals, clients, and dogs in our care. So I see this often. I see, trainers training their dogs and teaching them great stuff, and their dogs know 100,000 cues, but actually what they're not taking into account is the dog's emotional experience at the time and their emotional safety. So Andrew's going to be talking about that, and it's fascinating. And then you have Jennifer Shryock. Now, she really is a guru when it comes to talking about children and dogs and babies and dogs. So her talk is Dog Aware for All Generations, learning the 4 key concepts all families must know. So if you are thinking of a child, or you're working with people that have kids, or you want to start a family in the future, or you have a family, do not miss this. She is a wonderful, wonderful speaker. And then if you're interested in service dogs, we have Abigail Whithour. She is a VSPDT, and she's going to be talking about lessons learned while raising heroes. Yes, she raises the most incredible puppies to do the most incredible things, to help people with all kinds of disabilities. And she truly is an amazing person. You're going to learn a lot about service dogs and training from the great information she provides. And then we have Suzanne Clothier, and she's not spoken at our conference before because I've always wanted her to, though, and she is going to speak. I'm so excited about this. She's talking about See the Dog, temperament, training, choices, and relationships. The first book that I read of hers blew my mind. I've heard her speak a number of times. Not only is she brilliantly funny, she gives the most sensible and incredible information. So I'm so excited she's speaking at the Dog Behavior Conference this year. And then if you want to learn more information about working with rescue dogs, Darius Cooper is your man. His presentation is called Who's Rescuing Whom? And he's going to be focusing a lot on rescue dogs. And as a lover of rescue dogs, and those of you who know the work I do, and I work a lot with rescue dogs and in rescue organizations and in rescue situations, they have my heart. So I'm really glad Darius is speaking this year. And then also, talking of rescue, Rachel Bean, she's traveled all over the world. She's worked in so many different countries, including Thailand and India. She is a veterinary nurse, and she's going to be talking about canine first aid, being ready. Now, this is a topic that I've wanted at the conference for many years, and I'm so glad that Rachel's speaking, because I think it's a topic that more of us need to know about. And I mean, I have some basic knowledge. I think it's really important for every dog lover to have basic knowledge, but this is going to take it a little bit beyond that. And so you don't want to miss Rachel. And then Sarah Heath, veterinary behaviorist, who has spoken, I think, at every conference. I keep on asking her to come back. She's going to be talking about the impact of the pandemic on canine emotional health, how the lives of domestic dogs and their caregivers have been affected. And boy, do we need to hear that. And then last but by no means least, we have Christina Spalding, and she's going to be talking about the neurobiology of aggression. We all have seen dogs, we've worked with dogs, we've seen dogs, we've heard about dogs that have aggressive behavior, but what's going on inside? I want to know more about that. She is going to be talking about that, and you're going to want to know more about that too. So please, please, please come and join us. It is a really wonderful conference because everybody attends every presentation at the same time. So there's a real kind of community feeling. And I'm there for all 3 days, all the time. Well, nearly all the time. But as I said, if you can't make it for 3 days, and we actually don't expect you to because it's long, then as long as you register and as soon as the presentations have gone out live, then you have access to all the presentations for a year afterwards. So if you can't be there all 3 days, don't worry about it. As I said, people are coming from all over the world, so we're all in different time zones. But actually, it's really nice, again, that community feel to be there live, all together, in person. So you can attend as much or as little as you want live. But we do like fun things like raffles and giveaway. We raise money, and we do some fun things like that. And you get to see my face all the time, which maybe is not a bad thing or not a good thing. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, if you want to come, please do, because we're going to have a great time. April the 21st to the 23rd, dogbehaviorconference.com. Be there or be square. And, I cannot wait for this new season of the Positively podcast. Yes, already fascinating speakers. You know, I love doing this podcast because I learn a lot too. And being a dog trainer, I have met so many incredible people, from other animal care professionals to celebrities, and worked with a lot of dogs from all parts of the world and in many different parts of the world as well. And I have to say that being able to share my passion with other people that are as passionate, it's really great. So you have a treat coming to you, and I really hope that you enjoy this brand new season that's coming up. And yes, if you've been wondering, Victoria, I've seen on your Instagram and your Facebook and things that you've been in England a lot this last year, filming stuff. And yes, I have. Because what I also don't want you to miss is that, you can catch up on Discovery Plus, and you also go on my YouTube and Facebook channels, but new episodes of It's Me or the Dog have been posted on there. It was on the Really channel in the UK, And now they're up on YouTube and on Facebook. It's Me or the Dog channels on YouTube and Facebook. You don't want to miss that. Or we've got a fabulous website relaunch coming soon. And yes, I've also been doing another television show, and it's going to be airing on Channel 4, and it's called The Dog Academy. So it's nothing to do with Victoria Still Academy, but as you can see, it's an absolute game changer and life-changing for the dogs and the people who attend. So I don't want you to miss that. If you're in the UK, you will be able to see that. And I don't know whether they're going to be putting it online at any point, or I'm sure it will be sold to other territories. That's not my job, but gosh, yes, in the UK, you are in for a treat. Anyway, I'm so glad that you took time to listen. I hope that you're listening to this, walking your own dog, or just hanging out, and you got a cup of coffee and your dog's lying next to you. Whatever. I'm very excited for this brand new season, and I cannot wait to get started. Take care, everybody, and I will see you on the next episode.